Okay guys, so I'm gonna do another evaluation, one with Jackie and then Ben. Okay, so we have Jackie, 55 years old, 5 foot 3 inches, 155 pounds, and she basically wants to lose 20 more pounds of that post-menopausal fat. So let's take a look at what she consumed. Looks like there was 2 meals with some coffee. The coffee was 12 ounces with 2 teaspoons of half and half. Now, I have no problem with this. I like to recommend, if you have sleeping problems, a smaller amount of coffee, because the more coffee, the more sleeping issues you might have. Of course, I'm assuming this is grass-fed half and half. All right, so the first meal is at 11 o'clock in the morning, 2 eggs, cheddar cheese, spinach, mushroom, butter, 2 slices of bacon. Okay, so far so good. I like this right here. And then the second meal at 5 p.m., we have 4 to 6 ounces of chicken, thin steak, burger, pork, coconut oil, or actually cooked in coconut oil. Now, I'm assuming that you didn't have all of these. This is kind of on average what you do consume. So I don't know for sure, but I'm assuming that. Okay, so this is fine. The big thing that pops out is, where are these things called vegetables? Where are those? Okay, we have no veggies. That's what we're missing. You have fat, you have protein, but very small amounts of vegetables. So that's the thing that just kind of jumps out and slaps me in the face. Okay. The other thing, you're eating at 11 o'clock and 5, so that's a 6-hour window. What you want to work at is to start to push this first meal forward. That's what I would do until you can get maybe 1 o'clock. That would be awesome. Okay, so that would be another suggestion. So the other thing I want to mention is this thing called post-menopausal. Okay, what does that mean? It means that you gain weight right after menopause, and that's an activation of the adrenal glands. Okay, so the adrenal glands will spike cortisol, and you could easily gain 20 pounds. Okay, so another reason why a smaller amount of coffee to enhance your sleeping would be a good idea. The other thing that I would look at is increasing more potassium to help cortisol, and vitamin B1 and other B vitamins as well. So where do we get potassium from? Vegetables. Okay, that's going to help her. It's going to actually calm the nervous system down, because all this protein is going to rev things up, and again, it could actually affect the sleep. And B vitamins. So you can also do electrolyte powder and nutritional yeast for the B vitamins. I think that would actually really help her with this. So those are the changes for Jackie. Now let's switch to Ben. Ben's 24 years old, 5 foot 8, 178.5 pounds. Okay, so Ben, you didn't tell me how many meals that you consume. So I'm assuming it's 1 meal. So I don't know. But 4 slices of salami, 4 slices of pepperoni. I don't know the quality. That's something I would look at. Then we have beef chorizo, 1 ounce. Then we have 3 eggs, whey protein, 39 grams. Okay, so far we're stacking up the protein here, right? That's quite a bit. Okay, then we got kimchi, which is a fermented product, which is really good, 1 ounce. It's really gonna help your digestion. Then we have a 1/2 cup of cottage cheese. One thing you have to be careful about with cottage cheese, if it's not organic, a lot of times they put MSG in there hidden as modified food starch. Crazy, that's gonna spike insulin right there. So make note of that. Then we have kombucha mango mint, 2 ounces. If it's a mango, chances are there could be higher amounts of sugar in that product. So that's what I would also look at, because if you're doing kombucha tea, you want actually lower amounts of sugar. I prefer like 2 grams. Okay, next one is matcha tea. This is really good. And instead of coffee, I like this a lot because it has a lot of nutrition with a little caffeine. Okay, and then cocoa powder, 2 grams. Okay, I don't have a problem with that. But again, this might have a little stimulant in it, and it could actually affect your sleep, possibly, depending on what time you consumed it. Maybe not. Then we have sauerkraut, 5 grams. Okay, another good fermented product that will help your digestion. And then you're taking a probiotic. Okay, so I can see right there that you're supporting your digestive system, so there could be some weakness with that. And then we have a butter spread with olive oil, 4 tablespoons. And it doesn't look like you're probably trying to lose much weight, so you probably want to keep your fat a little bit higher. Not a problem at all. Okay, and then sharp cheddar, 1 slice. And then we have wild-caught raw shrimp. Now, I love the fact that you're doing wild-caught because the farm-raised, just disgusting. It's actually loaded with arsenic and all sorts of chemicals, so definitely want to do wild-caught shrimp. The problem is going out to dinner and ordering shrimp. You don't know what you're getting. You're probably not getting wild-caught. Okay, oven roasted turkey, 5 ounces. Okay, I don't know the quality. Bacon, 4 slices. I know there's no nitrates, but I don't know if it's no sugar or whatnot. Okay, so Ben, there's a lot of protein going on here. Tremendous amount of protein. I don't see a lot of vegetables. Okay, so we have Jackie and Ben have a similar thing. We need to add more veggies. Okay, you have enough fat, you have enough protein. You might want to cut down the protein. Now, if you have IBS, okay, or SIBO, which is small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, this could be why you're not consuming a lot of vegetables, because that could actually make things worse if you're doing too much. So in that case, then you might be doing okay. You're just eating a lot of protein. But maybe you can have a smaller amount of some vegetable. It's going to be fine with that. By the way, if you have this overgrowth of bacteria that's actually living in the wrong place, your small intestine, you don't want to add a lot of fiber to it, and you don't want to add probiotics. Why? Because you have too many probiotics there in the first place, okay? You want to do intermittent fasting, you want to cut down your sugar, which you're doing, and you want to have like herbal things like oregano, thyme, garlic, things like that to act as a natural antibiotic. But the most important thing is to increase your stomach acid. So you want apple cider vinegar with each meal, a good amount, probably 4 tablespoons in some water with a straw. All right, Ben, that's my evaluation, okay, and Jackie. All right, guys, thanks for watching. So we've been getting a lot of success stories, but I don't have your success story yet. So click the link down below and upload your before and after. I want to actually hear about your success story. I want to see your before and afters. And every week we do featured success stories. So click the link down below and share your success.